Welcome back to Dukascopy TV. I'm Elaine Stenson. I'm joined in the studio now by Antoine Spillmann, who's president of SwissRespect, a non-profit, non-government association based here in Geneva. Antoine, you're very welcome.
Thank you, Elaine.
So can you give our audience an overview of what SwissRespect does and what the association represents?
Yeah. The Swiss political system is a system of militia. And we are governed by entrepreneurs, by teachers, notaries, lawyers, farmers, etc. In periods of stress or crisis, like we had in 2008, our ministers, ex-farmers, etc., are bound to take decisions very quickly. And they're not good at that. They make mistakes. And so this democratic system that we have is being called on more often. And the people of Switzerland need to pronounce themselves more often on these issues. And SwissRespect was founded to explain these people in a very easy way, more simple way, the complex issues about the finance world, which is the reason of the big crisis in which we are today.
Okay, and you mentioned the financial crisis there, which has been going on for a few years. But what is your objective for this year, the key issue for 2014?
The key issues remain the same. We are fighting to defend our tax issues, reciprocity, defense of our federalism. That's one of the most important things in Switzerland. Level playing field, but really it's reciprocity amongst countries and not just always one-way pressure on our country.
Okay, and what are the main challenges that you faced last year as an association?
The last two big issues last year we fought for is mainly the interest of all these 11,000 employees that were delivered to the American criminal courts by their employers, UBS and HSBC, not to mention them. And also the big pressure that France has put on Switzerland in order for us to accept the double taxation treaty that they wanted us to agree with totally unacceptable points. And we showed these points to the people, and the Swiss Parliament decided not to accept it. And that's a big victory.
Okay, and what concerns or challenges do you feel that SwissRespect and the Swiss people are facing that keep cropping up over and over again on a regular basis?
You're absolutely right. There are always the same issues coming up in these crisis issues where Switzerland is a strong country financially. We're having attacks from outside on our system that disturbs other countries, which is the truly democratic system. We had it this weekend where people have to go out and talk and vote on something that's never going to happen anywhere else. And these professional politicians of other countries don't like that. And they want to get us weaker, and they have one mandate, is to be re-elected, and we have a federal system where the people rule our country. And we have to defend that and defend and fight against these attacks. And
what was your view from SwissRespect? What was the association's view on the result yesterday?
Yeah, I knew this question would come. Obviously, SwissRespect is not a political association. This issue is very interesting because we believe that Switzerland can negotiate with Europe much more than what they say. Switzerland has helped Europe, for example, by buying 400 billion of euros of debt of Portugal, France, Germany to defend the Swiss franc. That has kept Portugal interest rates very low and has saved billions to Portugal and maybe saved the European currency. People forget about these things, but we have a lot of things to negotiate on.
Yes, and what was the objective, or what was the interest in the Swiss National Bank buying these bonds and the debt?
We had to keep our Swiss franc weak in order to save our economy. And by doing this, there were different aspects. We could have bought other type of currencies, but we did also buy a lot of Portuguese debt, Spanish debt, Italian debt, in order to save our Swiss economy.
Okay, and one final question just before you go is on the result yesterday, and what effect and what issues will this raise for the Swiss people, and will there be a problem with immigration?
I don't think there will be. I mean, the UK used to have quotas many years ago. We used to have quotas. We have to say we will introduce quotas, and we'll see how many. People will have to reflect. Do we want to hire right away a foreigner today for the next 3 years, or wait or take a Swiss first? What's going to happen immediately in the next 3 years? It'll be very interesting. But this is change, and we'll have to live with it.
Antoine, thank you very much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you, Elaine.
And that's all we have time for now, but do check back later for further updates and for further interviews from the TV team. Bye for now.